Spring is a concerto from a group of four violin concerti written by Italian composer Antonio Vivaldi in 1721. The Baroque musical composer Antonio Vivaldi was born in Venice, Italy in 1678 and died in Vienna, Austria in 1741. Vivaldi was an Italian virtuoso composer, violinist, teacher, and priest. He is known as one of the most famous Baroque composers, and his influence was widespread across Europe. His best remembered work was a series of four concertos known as the Four Seasons. The Baroque period was a style of music that prevailed from about 1600 to about 1750. It was one of the richest and most diverse periods in music history. There were many great composers from the Baroque period, including J.S. Bach, Johann Pachelbel, George Handel, Domenico Scarlatti, Henry Purcell, and Antonio Vivaldi. Baroque music is easy to recognize because of the characteristics such as heavy ornamentation, polyphonic melodies, terrace dynamics, modulations of the harmony to related keys, and sequences. The Four Seasons, Le Quattro Stagioni, is a group of four violin concerti composed by Antonio Vivaldi in 1721. Each concerto represents a season of the year: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. The Four Seasons were published along with the accompanying sonnets, written by Vivaldi to help explain the connection between the concerti and the seasons. The Four Seasons is one of the earliest and most detailed examples of program music with a narrative element. Spring is one of the four concerti from the Four Seasons. It consists of three movements: Allegro, Largo e pianissimo sempre, and Allegro. The first movement is Allegro and is in ritornello form. Ritornello form is used for the fast movements of concertos. This form has a recurring theme, the ritornello, and the ritornello returns wholly or in part throughout the piece. In between the ritornello, different sections, known as episodes, occur in which different musical ideas are heard. The first movement of Spring is Allegro, which translates to fast and lively. This movement has the key signature of E major and the time signature of simple quadruple. The structure of the first movement is as follows: A, B, A, C, A, D, A, E, A, F, A. Vivaldi's accompanying sonnet alludes to notions of spring such as birds, streams, and thunderstorms. Episode 1 represents a line from Vivaldi's sonnet: "The birds celebrate the return of spring with festive song." This episode is heavily ornamented, using lower mordents, trills, and slurs. The episode also uses polyphonic melodies and descending runs. These musical characteristics have successfully imitated the birds singing and chirping to each other in a call and response. Episode 2 represents the line from Vivaldi's sonnet: "And murmuring streams are softly caressed by the breezes." This episode uses terrace dynamics and slurred pairs of semiquavers undulating from G to A. These musical characteristics have created a smooth, legato, flowing melody that paints a picture of flowing murmuring streams caressed by the breezes. Episode 3 represents a line from Vivaldi's sonnet: "Thunderstorms and lightning, those heralds of spring, roar, casting a dark mantle over heaven." Vivaldi managed to successfully imitate the thunder and lightning pounding the sky by using sequences and fast rhythms, which are demi-semi-quavers played loudly in unison, ascending runs, and interactions between the high and low parts. These rhythms were played by the violin, viola, and cello. The principal violin then has an high arpeggiated solo, while the other violins, violas, and cellos continue to play in unison in the lower register.